Hello, this is Lisa Bradley, and welcome to our Legacy Maker Part 2 of Mary Kay University Class 6, talking about career path and team building. So this section is about team building. How do you effectively share the opportunity? So my prayer is that I will give you some tips that will give you confidence as well as the inspiration to share, because remember, Mary Kay Ash asked us to pass it on, and we get to share this opportunity. All right, so in team building, you want to earn your pearls in the first 30 days. So your pearls are sharing. That's like your report card. You get to wear your pearls. And how do you do that? Well, the purpose of earning your pearls is, I believe, twofold. Well, the first one, oh my gosh, there's a hair that's all over the place. The first one is twofold, that we get to partner with you so that you feel confident. You're going to select, you're going to create, remember, you're going to create your wedding list. And out of your wedding list, you're going to have, you're going to start 6, 10 to 12 to 15 people that you absolutely love, admire, and that you would love to have on your dream team, that you would like to have as your power team. Now, what I want you to do is, next to that list, you're going to write down what are the attributes that you really admire for each person. And I want you to really take the time and be specific, like, what do you believe that Mary Kay has that would provide a blessing and a benefit to that person, as well as what qualities do you see in her? So it could be something like she's loyal, she's successful in her current job position. She could be a hard worker. She might be a stay-at-home mom but is involved in the community and is on the parent-teacher organization, the PTO, or maybe running an organization. So we're going to go through the list of things that make her successful. Now, you want to always layer your friends, family, and prospects. And if you can have them watch a Mary Kay video or listen to a call before we actually have a career talk, then our company survey, that would be great, because the focus is in the 30-minute time frame is to spend more time fact-finding and finding out what's important to that person and what Mary Kay can do for her by us listening. And how can we share? Well, we can invite them to a Mary Kay event. That could be your weekly success meeting. If you're local in San Antonio, that's our Tuesday Night Live. That is our Saturday Beauty Escapes and our Glam and Glow on Saturday afternoon. You could have a 3-way phone call with you, me, and your friend or family member. And then the best way is going to be to do an in-person conversation. Mary Kay always said that we want to get toe-to-toe, knee-to-knee, eye-to-eye, and that is the most effective way, is to have an in-person career company survey or career chat. Now, how do you earn your pearls? Well, in your first 30 days, you want to earn your pearls of sharing. And when you do 3 career talks with your senior, with your director, me, or if it is your recruiter, you can do that as well. But you want to have those 3 conversations. And once again, when you do that, you'll earn your pearl earrings. Beautiful, beautiful pearl earrings. And everybody in Mary Kay will know that you have taken your Pearls of Sharing challenge. And then when you do 3 more pearls, 3 more sharings, you earn your pearl bracelet. And then when you have your first team member, because I don't know if you remember, but out of the last one, we shared the opportunity with 5 to have 1. Now, when we do that and you have your first team member, you get your beautiful pearl necklace. So how would that conversation sound like to set that up? I have a script that you can practice and that you want to maybe tweak or use as your own on page 93, but it might sound something like this. Hey, Sue, do you have a quick minute? The reason I'm calling is I'm a new beauty consultant and business owner with Mary Kay, and part of my new consultant and leadership training is I'm learning to share the information and learning personality styles. So my director asked me to select 3 people that I really admire. And so, Sue, I selected you. Would you like to know why? Okay, sincere compliment. So, Sue, you have been my, best friend since we were, in first grade. And you've always been my champion. You've always been my supporter. And what I love about you is that you love your family. And I love that you serve in your community and that you have a heart of gold. And it would just mean the world to me if you would give me a couple of minutes, 30 minutes of your time and help me with this, and we'll have a little gift for you. So is there any reason why you can help me with my my education and training? And you'll know why I'm so excited about this amazing opportunity. I'd love you to come along this success journey with me, and I don't want to leave you behind. Okay, so that's what it would sound like. And then you could ask, would it be okay if now if she's local and you know what her time is, you could say we could have a conversation, a 3-way phone call over the phone, or you could come and be my guest and face model this Tuesday evening. Or what would really be great is Lisa and I would love to treat you to a cup of coffee or a tea or a snow cone, whatever's best for you. And we'd love to sit down with you toe to toe and just have a conversation. It'd be really great to be able to see you. So which would be best for you? We're going to give them a couple of choices, and then we're going to sit down. And then you might just say, Mary Kay may or may not be for you. And you know what? It's okay. I get credit for you listening, and it doesn't obligate you. So sometimes people are like, oh my gosh. I know for me, I thought that I would never in a million years I didn't think that I would want to listen to the opportunity, much less be a Mary Kay beauty consultant and leader, because I didn't know any different. So that's how you want to definitely have your pearls of sharing. So let's talk about the qualities that we want to look for in team members. So on page 94, the H, and we're going to go through, you want to have at least 4 of these, because you want to have people that are quality prospects. All right, and here's what I know. In the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the bottom need is like survival. So if you have someone who is like in that like survival mode, then even though you see great potential in that person, if for some reason that they are struggling and they don't have a job or they're about to lose their house, they probably are not the right person to have this conversation with at this moment in their life, because they're more concerned with survival than being in a place where they have harmony and that they're open. So that we're looking for people who basically are happy with their life, but they're looking for something more. So the H is homeowner. All right, so we want someone who has stability and who is a homeowner. W is a wife. Okay, that's someone who, M is for a mother, because here's what I know. We as women will do more for our family than we will ever typically do for ourselves. So when we have a purpose that's bigger than us, then we have the willingness to get out the door and to create something new. C is that they have a career. Now, here's what I know. It doesn't matter what their career is. Like, I know hardworking career women that that own their own business. And the woman who shared this wonderful opportunity with me, her name is Olivia, and she was she had a residential and commercial house cleaning business, and so she actually worked in my home. But she was a hard worker, and so as we went through this journey together, she gave up her cleaning business, and we promoted ourselves to the top 2% together. So it doesn't matter what the background is. A woman can have a career in anything. As that person could be working in the cafeteria at the school and she's dedicated. It could be she has a law degree. It could be that she is a pediatrician. It doesn't matter, okay? Just that she has a career and she has a strong work ethic. L is that she is you can think of L as twofold. Number one, I think that we have to like ourselves and we have to like other people. We are in a people business. And if that person is not, does not like people, that might not be the right person that that would be a successful Mary Kay business owner and leader and beauty consultant. But here's what I know. Sometimes we're diamonds in the rough, and I didn't like people. And I'm so glad that someone didn't judge me, that I didn't like women. But that's because I, at that time, didn't think that I was worthy. And I looked really self-confident on the outside, but I was dying on the inside. So just think of it that way. And then E is really supposed to be O. So forgive my typo, but that's over 25. So someone who's over 25. And then P is positive attitude. And here's what I know. I want you to circle P and positive attitude, because without this positive attitude and this attitude of gratitude, nothing really matters. And here's what I know. We are looking for women who, and we are looking for people who can see the glass half full and not half empty. We're looking at people who are thankful and grateful for what they have in their life, and they can go out and serve other people. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to earn our pearls. Then two, we're going to look at for the qualities, and we're going to look for the sharp, scary people. And so here is a thought that if that person intimidates you, that's probably the person that you want on your team, because we want to share the opportunity with people who have a big dream. We want to have leaders on our team. We want to have business owners. The goal is, as we're building a strong team and to cast the vision, is to be able to have this as a business that people come into. We're not looking just to have people on our team that just want to buy their products at wholesale. Because that's not going to have a strong team, and that might not be the way that we can empower and change that woman's life. 3, you want to be prepared with team building packets. So on page 97, it gives you the information on what to put in your team building packets and how to assemble them. If you go to my success meeting, then you can always purchase them. My assistant pre-assembles them, and you can get creative, but we want to have it look professional and use the company team building literature. You want to learn to work the numbers. In the beginning, we share the opportunity with 5. So it's 1 in 5 properly layered women will join your team. As you hone your skills and your listening, that's going to be one of the most key things in building your team, is to listen when we share the opportunity. You know, God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, and we just don't want to throw up facts on information. We want to be able to find a need. Remember, this goes all the way back to the sales process, and find that woman's need and then be able to connect the dots of what the Mary Kay opportunity is actually going to provide her. As you get more skilled, it may go to 1 in 4 and 1 in 3, but you'll want to work their numbers. And there's on page 89, there is the, no, it says, whoops. That's not 89. We're going to talk about on page, what is it? On page 101, this is the recruiting is a layering process. That's a great chart that you can track your career conversations. And we want to layer. We want to share the opportunity. Some people will make it on-the-spot decision the moment that they hear about the opportunity, but most people, you know, some people have their personality styles want to have more information. So we want to be able to track how we layer. We want to know our resources. You can go to our website at www.legacyinthemaking.com, click on the opportunity. you're going to find amazing videos along with a recruiting notebook. So as you're learning to share the facts about the Mary Kay opportunity, I think it's crucial for you to know your audience. And so some of the homework that I would give you is to go through and watch each of those videos. And you know, you might not need to actually watch them. I'm an audio learner. So if you're an audio learner like me, I can put one of those marketing videos on, put it on in my bathroom, and I can listen to it while I am putting on my makeup, or I can sit down and take notes. And as you listen to each story, you'll hear that leader's personality style, her story, and you can make I would make a little cheat sheet for yourself. And you might say, you know, Stacey James, and you might, what comes to mind when you watch Stacey James' video, you might make notes like, who would you want to share Stacey James' video with? And who would you want to share Kathy Hallou's video with? And who would you want to share Daisha Wiegand's video with? And then create that for yourself so that as you are listening and as you know your friends, your family, and your customers, you will know the right information to plug them into, and you're going to customize it for them. And then there's also a recruiting notebook, and I love, and I realized I do not have my iPad with me, but Mary Kay has our digital showcase. Oh, thank you very much. So go get the app, and you can put it on an Android device or an Apple device and use that digital showcase. Number one, it has your party app in it, and you can actually use that for your Mary Kay parties, but there's also a sharing app. And so I love that Mary Kay has given us lots of resources. And then we have on the on your Mary Kay website, there is the opportunity tab on your website. So be sure and do, you know, your homework and due diligence and check that out, and send your customers to your Mary Kay website so they can find the information. We have my recorded marketing call, and it's printed in your book, but you can dial 641-715-3900 and enter the code 45760 pound. That's 45760 pound. And that's a 30-minute call. I would encourage you to listen to it, and you could listen to it over and over. And if you like that and you feel like that would speak to that person, send them to that. You can always bring them to any Mary Kay event that we're having. And we talked about the three-way, and then I've got information for Spanish marketing as well. And so you've got all types of resources and marketing videos at your fingertips. So be sure and check those resources out on page 94. Okay, and then we've got text scripts. So on here on page 95, there are text scripts for booking a sharing appointment or a career talk, and how to share that opportunity. And then there's resources when you're going to conduct your sharing appointments, and we're going to go over that. So we want to learn the personality styles, and right now we're going to go to page 102 in your workbook, and it looks something like this: DISC. Okay. All right, so I love that this is learning personality styles, and I would highly encourage you to go to TonyRobbins.com and take your own personality profile and take time to take that. I think he's got one of the very best online assessments so that you can find out what personality style are you. Everybody is typically, all people have a predominant personality style, and then we have a a primary and a secondary one. And so let's go through the different personality profiles. So D is dominant or driver. I is the influence and the life of the party person. S is the steady or the steady person, the safety oriented, and C is conscientious or the analytical. So I was always taught, and this just came to me. Let me see if I can find a piece of paper. So So there is emote and control. Okay. And okay, now, all right. So if you draw if you draw a diagram, so draw a line that goes up and down, and draw a line that goes vertical. So on the right side, so if you're looking at it, it would be, if you're going north, south, east, west, it would be on the east side. I want you to put emote, like very, so that means that we're going to be emotional. And then on the left side or the west side, you want to put that they're going to be very controlled. And then we're going to have at the top, so north would be talk assertive, and the bottom would be ask assertive. So in this quadrant, all right, so in this quadrant, which is going to be on the top right, like the northeast quadrant, is D, okay? That is the dominant personality. And in the bottom right quadrant is the I, and that's the influence. And then on the south west quadrant is the S, and that's the steady person. And then the C is on the northwest quadrant. Okay, so let's go through this. So a D person, a domineering driver person, is emotional and it has talk assertive. Okay, so think of it this way. My son did a personality profiling when he was in high school, and I love that we can, they equated it with animals, and so I think this is, so they put the lion as the D, the driver, and then the I is the emotional, life of the party. Oh my gosh, so that person is going to be, that was a peacock. That's the person who loves to party, who loves to have fun, and is just all about it. S is the steady, the conscientious, the family-oriented person, the security-minded, and that was like the koala bear. And then at the top where it is the controlled person. No, I think I have this backwards. Do I have this backwards? Okay, I'm going to think about this. I learned this 20 years ago. But the C is the controlled person, and that's going to be the one that is going control. You know what? I will figure it out and I will get back to you. But the C person is the conscientious person. That's the analytical person. That's the person that's going to ask all the questions and is going to be very controlled. So yes, I have this backwards. Okay, we're going to get back to that one in just a second. So the C person is going to ask the questions and is going to be very controlled. Ask, control, talk, and emote. Okay, so let me reverse that. At the top is very controlled. This is control, this is emotion, this is talk assertive, and this is ask assertive. That's how it works. So the C person is going to be very controlled, ask tons of questions, and that's going to be the L. That's going to be the analytical person. And then the S person is going to go ahead and ask, and is going to be have emotions. That's going to be the person. So if you walked into someone's office and they had nothing but pictures of their family all over, that would be a sign that that person's going to be a steady person or a safety-oriented person. And then the talk assertive and the emotional one is going to be the life of the party. That's the I person, the influence person. And then the D, the driver person, is going to be talk assertive and take charge and take control. So when we're doing a career talk, we want to know all of the different interview tools. And I love this aspect from Linda Tupin, that we want to learn the personality styles and we want to share the information for each of the specific styles and what's going to take them, what's going to be important to them. And then I love that this was created by Sean Key, and this is the 4 questions. And if you will ask this 4 questions at the beginning of every career talk, you will know which personality style that you are dealing with, and then you'll know what information to share with them, as well as what resources to share with them. So if you said, okay, let me ask you the 4 basic questions, that's on page 104, and you're going to say, tell me a little bit about yourself. In other words, you know, your family, your hobbies, etc. And you're going to hear what they have to say. And then number 2 is going to be what puts a smile on your face. And then number 3 is tell me about a time that you were successful, okay? And tell me what you like about that. And then number 4, fast forward 1 year, what unfulfilled dream would you like to have come true that you're not living right now? So we're going to listen. And I want you to write and have a little picture somewhere, especially when you are sharing the opportunity, or basically anytime, WAIT, and that stands for why am I talking? Because you want to listen more and talk less. All right? So, for example, if she talks about her children and her family, then you're going to want to focus the information on her family. And then, so then we're going to go back and we're going to look at on this Know Your Audience. If you ask her about, you know, what's important to her and tell me a little bit about you, if she's going to talk about her job and her accomplishments, then most likely she's going to be the D, the driver person. And if she talks about herself and what she likes, then she's probably going to be the I, the influence person. And if she talks about her family and her work or what she does for church, she's probably going to be the S, the safety, the security, the steady person. And then if she asks you a question like, what do you mean by that question? She's probably going to be the analytical person. And then it's going to go down. I love that this is a great chart, because the D person is going to be results-oriented, career-focused, makes quick decisions, direct, independent, self-confident, and can be impatient. And so what might you want to share with her during a career talk is the leadership and the income potential. The income, the ability to move up quickly, to be your own boss and to have flexibility. And so that was me. And, you know, I wanted the big picture. I wanted to know how, what the opportunity was available and what type of appointment is it going to be? Well, it's going to be short, brief, thorough, and no fluff, okay? We want to provide direct answers and outline steps to leadership role. And most likely that person, that the D, is going to do the majority of the talking. And then the dominant and the driver person is probably going to decide quickly. Then we have the I person. Well, our I people are the characteristics is they're very, very life of the party, very people-oriented, very recognition-focused. They love to talk. They're enthusiastic, impulsive, and you know what? The I people, they're really not detailed-oriented at all. And what are you going to focus on when you share the opportunity with her? Well, you're going to focus on that she gets to work with people, and you get to, then she'll love the prizes and what impact she can have on others, and her ability to be creative, and that, you know, you want to share about the recognition and seminar. And now here, just know that this appointment is probably not going to be short. So it's going to be a longer appointment. You're going to want to incorporate time for team building and for building relationships with her. And she's going to want to do a lot of the talking. She does not want to be bored with the details. A simple explanation. You want to ask her lots of questions and provide I stories or why stories of why people are successful. And she wants pictures. So when you create your own team building notebook or your why story book, you can go ahead and incorporate that. That visual is going to be very important to the influence, the I person. The steady person, the security-minded person, well, she's very family oriented, very security focused, loyal, very, very loyal. Our S people, our steady people are so wonderfully loyal. They're easygoing. They abide by rules. Friendship is important, and they are slow to change. So what is going to be important to the S person is that she gets to keep her priorities in order, and she's going to be able to spend time with her family and will be able to provide for them. And that she will want to be having the friends and the relationships that she will make are very important to her, as well as the free education. So you want to keep the simple explanations and share the facts about how much time it's going to be. So this is a great tool that you could use her weekly plan sheet to help her create her life and keep her priorities in order, so that she could see how she could weave Mary Kay into her life without sacrificing her family. And probably the career talk will take more than one appointment. And then the C person, okay, that's our analytical person. Very detailed oriented, very precise, organized, likes tons and tons of facts, and can be a perfectionist. And what you might be able to focus on with her is the ability to work her own hours. Personal growth, leadership, and will appreciate all the different types of educational materials that we have. And so what kind of team building appointment is this? Well, it's going to be very concise. We want to build on the company's credibility. So I love the Diana Sumter, Why Wash Your Face with Mary Kay. We want to explain in questions, and she's going to want to know precisely how to move up the career path, and that too will take probably more than one appointment. So know your audience, and here's the great news. When you learn what personality style you are, then our role in selling or sharing the opportunity in the sales process is to move from our own personal quadrant in the DISC and move into the other quadrant to have that person feel comfortable. So for instance, as we become more well-rounded, then we can be in all of those quadrants with all the people. And if I am with a D person, I'm probably going to talk faster. I'm going to be more precise. If I'm going to work with an S person, I can shift it down and I can speak slower and I can be there to serve her. So that's what we'll want to do. So know your interview tools. And then a couple of things. On page 105 is reasons why people start a Mary Kay business, as well as the 6 qualities of a successful consultant. So I love that the 6 qualities of a successful business beauty consultant and a leader in Mary Kay, if we share those up front, guess what those are? Those are literally the most common objections that we get. So if you're having a conversation with someone and you say, oh my gosh, we're going to go over the 6 qualities that make successful Mary Kay beauty consultants and leaders. And I want you to just write, before we even have a conversation of what's possible for you, and see if this is, if you are if you have any of these qualities. And so the first one is that we look for busy people. And we want to know why we look for busy people, because busy people know how to get things done. And they are good time managers. They know how to prioritize their schedule. And did you know that the average consultant, over 73%, work a full-time job and have a family and maybe have a couple of children? So does that sound like you? Are you a busy person? Yes or no? Okay, the second quality is that that we have more month than money. So what does that mean? Well, that we're money motivated. And so it's not that money buys choices, but money buys happiness, but money buys choices. So if you are goal oriented and ambitious, you may need more money. So would that be something that would be important to you? And then number 3, we're not the sales type. And sometimes, yes, we are in sales, but in Mary Kay, we build relationships. And it is about building relationships. And we do not want pushy people. We want people to, you remember, Mary Kay said PNL in our company stands for people in love. And so when we love the Lord with all our heart, with all our mind, and all our soul, when we love people as ourselves, we're not pushy. And so we want to build, and we want that repeat business. So are you not the sales type? And then 4, maybe you don't know a lot of people. That might be a quality, and here's what I know. Sometimes you may have a medium, or a large sphere of influence. But sometimes when we don't know a lot of people, it's easier. I have found it's easier for me to sell to people that I'm not intimately acquainted with, and that I don't know every detail about their life, and they don't know every detail about mine. So if you're open and you're willing to learn and willing to develop yourself and to grow and develop, there are tons of ways that you can work and that you can learn so that you can build an incredible business. And then 5th, that we look for people who are family oriented. So are you family oriented? Because here's what I know. We look for women who are going to use their family as a reason to be successful and not as an excuse. Okay. And that I know that in my life, my Mary Kay business has given me the ability to set a good example for my children and to be able to pass on a positive attitude. So we look for people who are family motivated. So are you a family oriented person? And then the 6th one is we look for decision makers, because here's what I know. Procrastination is just is crazy. But when you're a decision maker, you will make a decision, and maybe the lights aren't always green. It's like having a baby. So if we waited until everything was absolutely perfect, do you think if we would ever have a baby? No, we just make a decision that we want to have a baby, and we go have a baby. Or because you know what, it might not be the right time. We might not have all the money, or we might not have the perfect house, or we might not have this. But that's just an example. So we look for people who can give 100% of the small amount of time that they want to put into their Mary Kay business. You don't have to do your Mary Kay business 100% of your time, but just because you'll never have 100% free time. And then we look for people who live by their dreams and not their circumstances. So when we go through all of those qualities of a successful consultant, you're knocking out the objections before they ever even get started. And then we're going to talk a couple of ways about how to share the Mary Kay opportunity. So we have Mrs. F. Cab, and that's something that I was taught 19 years ago. And you can go through, because M is for money, R is for recognition, self-esteem is the S. F is in flexibility, and I call F my favorite, so I save it till the last. C is for cars. A is for advantages and advancements. B is be your own boss. And F, I said, you know what, I love that I get to have fun in my business. And F is for freedom and flexibility. And F is that I get to live and do my life with my faith first, my family second, and my career third. And then, so you can read that on page 105 and weave and decide which of these ways that you're going to share the Mary Kay opportunity. You can do Mrs. F. Cab. We're going to talk about Mary Kay marketing, and then the chocolates, how to share that as well. And then I think this is really profound. If you want to ask these, the close, simple questions, after you have spent, and typically in a 30-minute career talk, I will spend the first 15 minutes asking questions about her so I know how to share the facts. We don't want to share everything, because there are times, especially when I was new at sharing the opportunity, I would talk, and I would talk, and I would talk someone into the Mary Kay opportunity, and then I would talk them out of the Mary Kay opportunity, because I was just like information overload. So each person does not need to know everything. They just need to know what's important to them, remember, based on their personality profile, and they will give you what it is to share with them based on the questions you ask them and based on the answers in which they give you. So after you've done your fact finding, after you've shared the information that's important to them, you might want to ask, like, what excites you the most? And then listen. And then what questions do you have? And then you might ask, what, if anything, would keep you from giving this a try? Because you want to have the objections. And if we go back to the sales process, then we want to know that if they do give you an objection, is that objection the real objection, or is that a fake objection? So for instance, if someone said, well, you know what, I would love to do this, but I just don't have the time. So then the next question you might ask, and this goes back to the sales process, is if you had the time, would this be something that you would want to do? And if she said no, then that's not the real objection. And if she said yes, then that is a real objection. So then the question might be, okay, so how much time, Mary, do you think that you need to have to run a successful Mary Kay business? And so that's where we find out, and then we can work through the objections. And remember, objections are great news, because when you get an objection, you have a place to go from. And it's really just, I need a little bit more information instead of just getting a no. And then we want to always ask for them to become a business owner. So is there any reason why we couldn't get your paperwork submitted today and get you started with your Mary Kay business and your training? I'd love to have you on my team. So many people in the beginning, when they start to share the opportunity, will give all the information but never ask for the close. So we always have to ask, Mary, I'd love to work with you, and would you love to work with me? Let's get you started today. And then we just zip our lip, because whoever talks next gets to take it home. And so when we ask that question, is there any reason why we couldn't get your paperwork submitted today? I'd love to work with you. Would you love to work with me? Then we just be quiet, and then we go from there. And if it's an objection, then guess what? Then we work through that objection. All right. I love this. And this came from Senior National Sales Director Rebecca Evans, and she is so wise. And she took, and this is on our website, she took, instead of Mrs. Cab, she made it so easy. It says, start something beautiful. And we go through. I love that. Why I just absolutely love this is because on the left side, when we talk about Mary Kay, that is what's important to start a Mary Kay business. And this might be something that you do at a party. I like to share marketing at every party, because Mary Kay always said that there's at least one or two people that would be great at becoming Mary Kay beauty consultants. So, why don't you watch what I do today and see if this is something that you might enjoy. And then I love on the right-hand side of this, it goes through the career path. How cool is that? It goes through the career path of how to build a successful business. So in this, money, in Mary Kay, the M stands for money. Oh my gosh, that we have no territories, no quotas. It's a consumable product. We earn 50%. And so, as a part-time consultant, you could earn a couple of $100s a month, or you might earn $400 to $500 a month if you are willing to hold like one party that we're doing this week. How cool is that? That could be the earning potential. And then on a part-time basis, our consultants are earning probably $5,000 to $25,000 a year part-time. And our leaders can earn $3,000, $5,000, over $25,000 a month. And then our leaders, our national sales directors, oh my gosh, the highest paid women in America. And they can earn more than today our nationals are earning $300,000 to over $1 million a year. Shut the front door. Like, that's crazy, amazing. And then A is for automobiles. Okay, well, how would you like to earn the use of a free, earn the use of a Mary Kay car? And Mary Kay will pay about 85% of the insurance, the tax, the title, and the license. And then you can share the information about the car program and what it takes. Recognition, that we praise people to success, and that that you get to be recognized for a job well done and celebrated, and that you're your own boss and you get to set your own hours and you have the freedom and flexibility to design your business and the life the way that you want to design it. And I love that you have that. Then the K is for key priorities. And then you get to share with them that, you know what? Wow, our mission statement is to enrich lives. And we live and do our life with the 3 key priorities that Mary Kay created this company upon. And that is that we live our life and do life with, and our business with God first, family second, career third, and we praise people to success, and we follow the golden rule to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And then at A is advancement, and that you have the ability to promote yourself at any time that you want. And you could talk about the no glass ceilings here, and that you don't have to wait for the mood of the dude who hired you to promote yourself. It starts that you have a big dream in your heart, you have a strong work ethic, and you have a willingness to step out of your comfort zone to create the life of your dreams. So in Mary Kay, if you are the type of person who chooses to live by your dreams and not your circumstances, you can have anything that you want out of this opportunity. And then the why in Mary Kay is you. You get to create and start your business for you and what's important to you. You just get to build it on a 52-year proven solid track record. I love that. You can talk about the personal growth. You can talk about the self-esteem and the tax benefits, and that it's a best self-improvement program you will ever take, and you get paid to take it. And then you can share with them the career path depending on your time. And then last but not least is the chocolate marketing. And you guys have probably heard me do chocolate marketing. And so I'm just going to briefly go over chocolate marketing. And I love that it's pretty detailed in here. You can go ahead and create that. But when you do chocolate marketing, C is for cash. And it gives you different ways and words to how that you can share how we make our money in Mary Kay. And you can see after going through Mrs. F. Cabs and Mary Kay marketing and chocolate marketing, we're all saying pretty much the same thing, but we're just doing it in a different fashion or a different format. So my recommendation is that you pick one of those ways and then use that and feel comfortable, feel confident, and don't keep going back and forth, but pick one and master the one way. And so H is for hours, O is for opportunity, unlimited earning potential. C in chocolate is for the second C is for the car, the trophy on the wheels, and O is for oodles of fun, for lasting friendships and relationships. And then we go to L, and L in Mary Kay stands for people in love, is love. That in our company, P&L stands for people in love and not profit and loss. And then A is for awards. And this, we can talk about the trips, the recognition, the prizes. And then T is for, I like twofold. I say it's T is for twofold, because I love the training aspect of Mary Kay, that we are in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. And then also, then we can talk about the tax advantages and how we get to keep more money in our pocket. And then E is for esteem and personal growth. And I love that. And then, you know, if I could show you how to take $100 and turn it into $1,000 cash in your pocket, would that be of interest to you? And then S is for the startup cost, how much it costs to start your Mary Kay business. And then you can talk about, I think we always need to be in integrity. So whenever we talk about what it takes to get started, I think it's imperative that we always let them know that they have 2 decisions to make. 2. Number 1, the first decision that they get to make is that they get to purchase a starter kit. And it's $100 plus tax and shipping. It's over a $440 retail value of products, full-size products with over a $500 value that you purchase a starter kit. And when you purchase a starter kit, you get to walk into the world of Mary Kay. So think of it this way: you get to just come up to these big, beautiful doors, and then you get to walk into the world of Mary Kay, and you get to decide, you know, do you want to look and feel amazing? And do you want to be confident? Do you want to have great self-esteem? Do you want to Do you want tax benefits? Would you like the ability to make a little bit of money, or would you like the ability to make a six-figure plus income? Would you like recognition and prizes, and would you like to earn cars and trips, and you just can paint the picture that way. So that's the first decision, and we do that one with our heart. And then the second decision that we make is that how you want to run a successful business, and that's the one we're going to use our head. And so, when you go through training, you're going to get to have the privilege and the opportunity to purchase products. And we sell products, so we have the opportunity and the privilege to have a Mary Kay store. And so, when you go through training, you're going to get to decide which store is the kind of store that you want to have in your home. And there is no obligation, and there's no requirement to purchase inventory, but I truly believe in the value of having product on your shelf. You will have immediate gratification, and you'll be able to provide your customers excellent customer service. So I think it's important that, number one, we don't do a bait and switch, and that we don't just say all it is a $100 decision, because as a successful business owner, then we know in order to run a successful business that we want to have inventory, okay? Mary Kay Ash said we can't sell out of an empty wagon. And if you have immediate delivery, that would be like going into McDonald's and opening up a McDonald's franchise, but just have just enough money that we open up with all the supplies. And then we have the French fry cartons. But would this not be absolutely ridiculous if you walked into a McDonald's and you said, you know what, I want some French fries. And they said, well, you know what, we have a little paper carton, but we don't have the French fries, so we're going to take your money. And if you would like to come back in a week, bring your paper carton back and we will give you the French fries. Like that's like crazy, right? Crazy, crazy, crazy. That would never work. That would never work in a Starbucks. So, in our business, we want to set people up for success. When we bring in business owners, that's what we're bringing in. We're bringing in people who want to work this business like a business. Our goal is not to collect people on our team. Our goal is to empower women, and our goal is to empower people to live out the dream that God has placed in their heart, and to give them a financial vehicle in order to run a successful business. We can run $1 million business with our Mary Kay business, and we're each our own individual CEO. We are the president and the CEO of our own business. So when we bring people into this opportunity, we want to set them up for success. And we never want to be out of integrity, and we don't want to misrepresent what Mary Kay means and what our business, how we create and how we build a successful business. And we never want to misrepresent the earnings. And we will always share that, you know what, this is the income potential, but it is based on your individual efforts and what you put into this business. And you get to create a business for you, by you, on a 52-year proven track record. So I just want you to hear my heart. Number one, inventory is not a requirement, but it is a recommendation. And we always want people to know that we don't want to do a bait and switch. Does that make sense? And we want to be in integrity, and we want to be our word. If somebody, from my standpoint, has questions about inventory before they even join, I would rather have that conversation with them and be in integrity than to have it be some big secret, because we are setting people up for success and there is no secret. So let me see. Oh, here's a great thing. If you're a new consultant, or if you are learning how to share the opportunity, I did this when I was a new consultant at my parties, and I was trying to remember how to share the facts about the Mary Kay opportunity. You can get a cute bag. And you can put little items in there and pass it around if you want to do this as a fun marketing game. Like I had a little car in there. You could get a little car. You could put a copy of my paycheck, or you could put a little piggy bank in there for money. And then for flexibility, I had a rubber band in mine. And then I had a picture of my family, and that's why I was doing my business when my children were little. And a copy of a 1040 form to put for tax benefits and personal growth. You could put a little cute mirror in there and a box of heart candy and prizes and recognition. You could put, you know, a gold medal. You could put your Mary Kay logo pin. You could put a brochure of, and then training, CDs, a whistle, discount. You could put a flattened box of product in there, a small gift bag. So I love this, that if you like and you're an maybe an I personality, this might be a really fun way for you to share the marketing plan. So with that being said, when you share this opportunity, you are giving the person you're having, when you share this opportunity, you are giving the person an open-ended opportunity for success. Our goal is to present the shoe. So National Sales Director Terry Schaefer said it like this one time, and I absolutely love this. When in the Cinderella story, the guys that were going around for the prince, they had the glass slipper. They were going from house to house and saying, does the shoe fit? Does the shoe fit? Does the shoe fit? It wasn't their responsibility to make the shoe fit. It was their responsibility to present the shoe. So Mary Kay Ash asked us to pass it on, and it is our responsibility as leaders. Oh my gosh, my earring just fell off. It is our responsibility as leaders and as Mary Kay Beauty consultants to pass on this opportunity. It's our job to present the shoe and to just not prejudge, and to offer the Mary Kay opportunity to everyone. And I'm going to leave you with a little story. I was a new consultant, probably just learning to hold parties. I was not in DIQ. I was not a Mary Kay sales director, and I was at a party one time. And back then, we were always taught to select 2 people from the party, and that we were to select 2 people to ask to listen to the opportunity. And, you know, it might sound something like this. You know, I always, you know, select a couple of people that I would love to have on my team. And today I've selected you. Would you like to know why? And you could invite them to listen to the facts about the Mary Kay opportunity. Well, at that party, one of the women came up to me and she said, you did not select me to listen to the opportunity. However, I would love to do this, and I would love to find out more, because I think this would be something great for me and my children. So that was a really big aha moment for me, and I kind of had egg on my face because I selected the wrong person. So I love that Terry Schaefer shared the words, and you will hear me share them at a party, and they are in the full circle tab of Mary Kay University. But at the individual close, and we have, you know, 4 closes at a party, we're going to ask for referrals, and that's playing the referral game. And then in the individual close of a party, we're going to close the sale, we're going to close the booking, and then the third close that we do at an individual consultation is we say, you know, at every, I make it my priority to share Mary Kay with 100% of my customers. Mary Kay may or may not be for you, and that's okay. I get credit for you listening. But you know what? It could be something that could change your life. And so I would love to just share with you why I love this business and why I think that you would love it too. We could have a cup of coffee or tea, or we could do it over the phone. Which would be best for you? Is there any reason why we couldn't get together for about 30 minutes and I'd get to know you a little bit better? You could get to know me a little bit better, and I'll treat you to a Coke or a cup of coffee. And then you get to make the decision. And I'll have a little gift for you too. Use those words. Don't prejudge. And if someone looks like they have it all together on the outside, they might look like they have it all together on the outside, but they might be dying on the inside. You never know. You don't know what's inside the other person's head. You don't know what's inside the other person's life. So my prayer for you is that you would be bold, you would be courageous. And I shudder to think of who I would be today if I didn't have this Mary Kay opportunity, and who my children would be. So I know that if I had to close my eyes and pull out everything that was that I've gotten out of my starter kit, I would be so sad. I mean, I don't even know how to tell you. I can't think of, I lived such a life that I didn't feel worthy, and I didn't feel like I was good enough. I didn't think I fit in. And so I was just kind of looked really great on the outside, but I was kind of dead on the inside. And then through this Mary Kay journey, I'm here, and I know that I'm a child of the Most High God, and I know that I'm whole, perfect, and complete, and I want to be able to give that to other people. I was able to stay home and be a stay-at-home, work-at-home mom. I was able to have our kids in all kinds of sports because that was important to them. So some people have their kids in art or band or whatever that we invest our children in. But because of that, I was able to be at their ball games and do the club sports and be there on the weekends. I was able to, I have the freedom and flexibility to design my business around my family. And then I have amazing, amazing, amazing friends. So you know what? I will say this. Sometimes we think people come into Mary Kay for the money. That's really not the reason people come into Mary Kay. The greatest, most beautiful gift that we get to give people with this opportunity is hope. Hope for a better life, hope for significance, hope for acceptance. We get to change lives on this side of eternity as well as in eternity. And so I just want you to know that when you choose to prejudge or you choose not to share, you could be robbing someone of the greatest gift of their life. So my prayer is, yeah, sometimes it's scary. Just reach out to me. And if you've been in Mary Kay and you've never earned your pearls, call me, text me, and go, okay, Lisa, I'm ready to earn my pearls. Lisa, I want to learn how to do this. I want to learn how to pass this on. I want to learn how to be Mary Kay's light to the world. So with that, I just embrace and invite you to embrace Mary Kay's vision of passing it on. Thank you.